Some background. I was able to get a fuselage uh, from another builder, and I had to do some modification to that. Fairly extensive, but it's now to the point where it's about 80% done. I can't do much more with that now until I get a set of wings built. Um, the reason for that is because in order to line up the wings, I need to know how they're going to sit in relationship to the fuselage, and then I can add the tail feathers and have everything at right angles where they're supposed to be. Also did some modification to the fuselage itself in anticipation of where weight is going to be needed and where I'm going to be putting my batteries and gear and servos and things like that. I should say that you really do need to sit and think all this stuff through. I don't have an assembly manual or anything like that. I'm working basically off a set of plans and a pile of sticks and wood. So you do have to kind of think ahead, and I will explain that throughout these videos as we go along. So the first thing is to start building those wings. I'd like to give recognition out to iFly Tailies, who cut a beautiful set of ribs for me, and armed with those and a stack of wood, I began the construction. I intended on I am going to be using a 10mm carbon fiber wing rod. So I essentially am building the wings around that rod. Now that rod is larger than what would normally be put in these wings. So I had to modify the structure a little bit, but it turned out pretty well. So the first shot is a picture of the basic wing with the wing joiner rod installed, and the top and bottom stringers also installed. Okay, let's get on with the building. As you can see, the leading edge is applied, the cap strips are in, and the back stick is applied as well. It turned out very straight because I use straight edges and a lot of weight wherever possible. So I was really happy. This thing is flat and it's very straight. It's very delicate at this stage, so I have to be pretty careful. I guess it's the same shot. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. But it's coming along reasonably well. Fair number of hours put in at this point. Here you can see the webs have been applied. I had to measure each one, which was a total pain. But once they're in, I kind of tacked them in, and then I went in and used West Epoxy and coated each of the webs so they're essentially glassed. And I glassed them from the front side and the back side and around all the joints as well. The plans call for webs front and rear, but I'm not going to put them in because I think glassing has actually made these webs pretty damn strong. I could be wrong, but I'm probably going to put carbon fiber on the stringers anyhow. So here's an internal view of what each babe looks like after it's been coated with fiberglass resin. I did not put any cloth in. I kind of felt that the grain of the wood would act much like a cloth. So that's my current status on that. I hope it works out. Now I'm getting ready to apply the bottom sheeting, so I scarfed together two pieces of 4-inch wide 1/16 balsa. It wasn't so hard to do, just overlay one piece against another against the straight edge, and then cut an angle and then match the two together. It is a taper So I had to mark that out and then cut the taper on that sheeting. And here the sheeting has been applied to the bottom. I have the wing upside down, and I put the sheeting on and weighted it down with pretty much every weight I have. So that's the current state of play. I'll update as we start now on the rest of the week.